Welcome, bienvenidos. Today is vlog 31. My name is Roxana. This is Metamorphosis Rocks, and happy Mother's Day. Now, I realize that today is Monday and Mother's Day is Sunday. And the reason why I'm saying it today is because every day should be Mother's Day. I'm not saying that because I'm a mother. I'm saying it because I'm a daughter. And my mother, even though some days she doesn't remember who I am and thinks I'm her mother, was the best mom there ever was. I mean, she was our partner in crime many times. Just to tell you one example, my dad would get on these health kicks, and I remember one time he used to love red meat. I mean, love red meat. And at one point, red meat was accused of all kinds of horrible things, so he decided we were not gonna eat red meat anymore. And we started eating chicken cacciatore, fried chicken, burnt chicken, every kind of chicken you can imagine we had. And to be honest with you, I was either going to get wings or get fed up with the chicken, because I really, well, to this day, there's very little chicken I will eat because I just can't stand it. So my dad would go, he was a salesperson for a multinational company, and he would have, well, no, well, yeah, he was an engineer and a salesperson for this company. And he would go on all these trips for trainings, and every once in a while he would take the biggest clients to certain events and whatnot. And every single time he would go on a trip, it never failed. My sister and I would look at my mom and go, and ask her for a specific meal. And the reason why, it was not cow, it was pork. But back then, pork was not the other white meat yet. So pork wasn't, he took pork with the cow meat and said no more. And that would be the week we would have bacon. That would be the week we would have this thing called chuleta ahumada, which was the pork chops. But instead of being salty, they're a little kind of sweet. And she made the best. And I don't know what they call that in English. We call them chuleta ahumada. And they were the best. I mean, they were delicious. Ironically, and this always cracked me up. I don't know why. Ironically, when my mom ended up in the hospital a couple times, and then every year for her the mother's anniversary of her passing, my mother would take a week off and go and spend it with her sisters and her family. And that week, my dad was the cook. It never failed that one week we would get whatever we wanted to eat. Which made no sense, because the one who put the rule that we couldn't eat red meat was him. But anyway, that's my parents for you. So the reason why I'm telling you all this is because parents are very special. And in the case of people that have loved ones with Alzheimer's, we sometimes forget that even though they forget, we haven't. And yesterday I went and spent Mother's Day a little while with my mom. And she actually knew me by name, which was like the biggest deal. I was happy as a clam for like 2 hours after that. That was the best Mother's Day gift ever. And it's because we get so little few and far between when she knows exactly who we are. And I asked her, who's your other daughter? And she said my sister's name. And then, you know, she was a little confused with the grandkids and the great-grandkids. She thought her great-grandkid was my great-grandkid. Which, of course, it was funny. But the thing about it is, mothers and fathers, but especially mothers get the brunt, because for some reason everybody expects them to just be moms first and not even be themselves. And I think that's wrong, because if you don't take care of yourself, that's the lesson you're teaching your kids. But I also think that's really important to remember that parents are very important. If you're lucky enough to be raised by one or both of your parents, or even if they got divorced, they're both in your life, that is the best. In my case, my parents were married for 63 years until my dad passed away. And they didn't always get along, because we could tell when they were fighting. They wouldn't tell us, but we could tell when they were fighting. But they were always there for us. And that's true for me, my sister, and my two brothers. And the truth of it is, There's nobody, when you have good parents, there's nothing better. So to every single mother out there that just celebrated Mother's Day, keep in mind that Mother's Day is every day. That even if the kids don't give you cards every day and they don't give you presents every day, they adore you. And for the sourpusses that think that Mother's Day is no special day, because I do know at least one person that used to say that, don't ruin it for everybody else. Just don't. The only people that I give a pass on ruining for somebody else are the people that are right now having issues with their parents because they're either sick or they just passed away this weekend, that kind of thing. Those people get a pass from me because, to be honest with you, I can understand why they don't want to celebrate Mother's Day this year because it's hard. The first year when your parents pass away, I mean, last year Father's Day was horrible for me. And I know somebody whose mom ended up in the hospital. I think it was either Friday or Saturday. Obviously, that person doesn't want to celebrate Mother's Day, and I don't blame them. I totally understand. In my case, it's different because mourning for somebody that's still alive is very different than mourning for somebody that passed away. Keep in mind, they're still your parent. If you have a loved one with Alzheimer's, they're still that person. It's just they don't remember, but you do, and that's the important thing. So anyway, that's the short message for today. I hope I explained myself because I know I'm going around in circles. I just wanted to make sure that I let you know. Happy Mother's Day, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.